Let's be honest about something. Using ChatGPT is actually starting to feel like a chore. And I know this might seem crazy considering where we were just a few years ago, but hear me out. Right now, look at your workflow. You ask for the code from a chatbot, you copy and paste it into a source code editor like VS Code, it breaks, so you have to copy and paste the error back to the chatbot in order to fix it. And if the fix doesn't work, you're basically obliged to keep doing the same thing. You are the bridge. The AI generates the text, it generates the code, but you have to execute it. You're basically the copy-paste middleman here. This is what I call passive AI. It sits there and waits for you to do the heavy lifting. But while everyone was distracted by Sora, video generation, image generation, the industry quietly shifted into active AI. Call them agents. A chatbot outputs text, an agent outputs actions. And throughout this video, I'm going to explain exactly how they work. Start with the architecture. Strip away all the marketing hype, and an AI agent is just a formula. An LLM, plus tools, plus permissions. Recently, models like ChatGPT 5 were locked in a box. They knew everything about history, math, geography, but they couldn't touch anything. They had no hands. Agents changed that by using something called function calling. Basically, the AI now can press buttons. If you ask a standard LLM, what's the weather today in Tokyo? It either hallucinates, meaning it's gonna give you straight lies, or it just tells you it has no access to that data. If you ask an agent, it recognizes it doesn't know the answer, so it reaches out and triggers a weather API tool, pulls real-life data from there, reads it, and then answers you. Looking up the weather is quite simple. That's mundane stuff. The real power that scares people and also excites developers the most is the loop. It's the ReAct framework. Reason and act. So instead of prompting into getting an answer, the agent enters a loop composed of three things. First thought. It looks at what you asked and tries to analyze it. Then action. It tries to use a tool like running code or opening a browser. And finally, observation. It looks at the result. Did it fail? Did the code crash? If it failed, it tries a new approach automatically. Here lies the difference. You don't have to intervene into the operation. The agent automatically repeats the work if it fails. It's like having a junior developer who never sleeps and types 5,000 words a minute. Once you start building these, you're going to run into a wall. You're going to try to build a super agent that writes code, debugs it, and deploys it all at once. And it's going to fail. Not because the model isn't smart enough, but because of a technical limitation called context drift. Here is what happens. As an agent works, it generates logs, errors, and thoughts, and the conversation gets too long. LLMs act like humans. The more information you throw at them at once, the more likely they're going to get confused and forget the original instruction. If you ask an agent to be the coder, the tester, and the project manager, it's going to hallucinate. The solution isn't a better prompt, it's specialization. Think about a software team. You don't just hire one guy to do front-end, back-end, design, and legal compliance. You hire a team of specialists. And we do the exact same thing with AI agent using a multi-agent orchestration. So instead of one massive loop, we chain multiple small agents together. The key technical concept here is the handoff. When the coder is done, it wipes all its previous memory and passes only the finished code to the reviewer. And that way, each agent in the loop stays focused and clean. And that way, we can avoid context drift. So here is the architectural lesson. Don't try to build a godlike bot. Keep it simple. Build an assembly line. One agent, one job, pass it on. Well, 2 or 3 years ago, you had to write raw Python to manage your own memory loops. Now we have frameworks that handle the heavy lifting. So if you're just starting, we have 3 main options. First, LangChain and LangGraph. This is the industry standard. It gives you the lowest level of control to build custom graphs. Second, CrewAI. This is specifically built for the swarm architecture. It makes setting up a manager and a worker incredibly easy. And finally, Microsoft AutoGen. This is for the heavy hitters who want complex conversational patterns between agents. Advice: don't start from scratch. Pick one of these frameworks. They handle the boring stuff like connecting to the API, managing chat history, parsing the errors, so you can focus on the logic. And I'm going to link all 3 in the description below. And look, I want to leave you with one final thought. We're moving from software 2.0, where you write the logic, to Software 3.0 where you architect the flow. But I gotta keep it real with you. We're still in the DOS era of this stuff. Agents break, they get stuck in infinite loops, and they will burn through your API credits if you're not careful enough. They're not perfect employees yet. They're like really fast, but also chaotic. The opportunity isn't in waiting for them to get perfect. It's learning how to wire them together before everyone else does. This was Ihab Atiyah. Thanks for watching.